Vardaan 1. The Ultimate Boon. Written by Mr. Deepak Sadia. Chapter 15. Impossible but. Little children were playing hide and seek. The three little friends also joined in their game. While playing, they saw little Jagdish standing in a corner. The little Dev went up to him and asked him to play with them. "Can I play with you guys too?" Surprised, little Jagdish spoke. Little Dev found it very strange. Just then little Batuk and little Rasik came there. "Look what he is saying. Hey brother, why can't you play with us?" The little Dev spoke. Little Jagdish, with a finger gesture, showed them that there was a vast difference between their clothes and his clothes. All three were dressed in nice clothes, while little Jagdish was wearing rags in the name of clothes. Little Dev got angry, and the other two took little Jagdish away. All four got engrossed in the children's games while laughing. Gradually, the other companions of the Gurukul also started appearing. Many tried, but the three friends did not give up on little Jagdish. "If you guys are with me, I will conquer the world," said little Jagdish. Friends heard and started laughing at him. Seeing the friends laughing, the other children also started laughing. Everyone was making fun of little Jagdish. Acharya was stopping everyone from teasing little Jagdish, but no one stopped. Suddenly the hal ground plow came into the hands of little Jagdish. He dug the ground with hal, and all the children fell into it. Little Jagdish was feeling happy, but the children were laughing even from the ground. Suddenly flowering plants came out of the ground. When Jagdish went near the flowers trying to smile, a child's face emerged in every flower. Every face was making fun of little Jagdish. Little Jagdish ran away. Running fast, he left everyone behind. Then he saw that a person was running on his right side. He was Acharya Dharmadhikari. "Why are you running?" Little Jagdish asked. "Because you are also running away," Acharya Dharmadhikari replied. Little Jagdish stopped hearing that. "Don't stop, keep running," Acharya Dharmadhikari said. "I'm tired. I don't want to run anymore," little Jagdish replied. The barren fields which they had seen last evening, their barrenness was as it was. The land was too harsh, as if even a drop of water had never fallen on it. The idea of farming looked next to impossible. Jagdish was secretly watching his rich friends, and was getting nervous because of the dream. When Dev hit the tool on the ground, there was a harsh sound of stone. Everyone started getting angry about the land in their minds. One could get angry on the land only, no one could get angry on the Pradhanacharya. "Can I prepare food?" Rasik asked in despair, and all three agreed with a sad state of mind. "I'll bring water," Jagdish spoke. Jagdish had to go away from his friends, so that he could get rid of the negative thoughts coming into his mind. There was no truth in the night's dream, so he had to bring himself out of those negative thoughts. "I bring the wood," Dev said. "And what do I do?" Batuk asked everyone. "Till then you inspect the fields," Jagdish said while trying to lighten the atmosphere. Jagdish's condition was like a straw in a thief's beard. He was trying to fix the environment that was actually bad in his mind. Unaware of Jagdish's dream and his state of mind, Rasik started smiling and all four started laughing. It was their first laugh in 2 days, which was absolutely hollow. There was more crying than humor in that laughter. Yet it was laughter. Everyone started their work, showing fake laughter to one another. First of all, Batuk roamed around the entire mound. He was in the hope that even by mistake, some good thing could be seen. But he only found disappointment. The mound was completely deserted. Batuk returned in a sad mood and started improving the cottage. While going toward the river, Jagdish's nervousness was reduced slightly, while Dev's nervousness was increased while going toward the forest. Dev was not afraid of the forest, but of himself. As long as the friends were with Dev, he pretended to be strong and consoled himself, but when he was alone his mind was raving. All Dev's efforts were failing, and his mind kept telling him one thing or the other. Unlike Dev, Batuk and Jagdish, Rasik was happy as he was busy preparing for his favorite work. He was cooking food. Although in the beginning, too many negative thoughts were coming into his mind, after a while, he reminded himself of a special lesson from Uttarasadaka Gurukul. While preparing the food, the state of mind of the one who prepares the food is the same state of mind of the person who eats that food. This is the reason why even a gentleman starts becoming wicked, by eating the food prepared by a wicked person. In the same way, after eating the food prepared by a saint, a person starts to feel the world as a trap. Rasik remembered that, and saw a small scene in his imagination. Rasik saw in his imagination that all four of them had finished the entire ration in one day, and they were passing the days arguing with each other. Rasik closed his eyes in fear. No, Rasikananda, no. Remember any tune of Acharya Brahmamukhi. Imagine a girl from the village of Friend Kripasan. Yes, that Pangat, place for drawing water girl will be appropriate. The beauty may be less, but wow. What simplicity, what a smile. When she used to talk, it seemed that the goddess of love had taken the form of a woman, and thinking of the lyrics of a beautiful song in mind. Yes, in such a state of mind, this barren mound would also seem like a beautiful place. Saying in his mind, Rasik started to fix his state of mind. This was the reason why Rasik was having more fun than the rest. After some time, Jagdish brought a pitcher of water. He saw Rasik humming a song while cooking the food with great enthusiasm. Seeing that scene, he got scared again. He felt that Rasik was not worried about his future because of his rich father. The dream of the night started coming true again. In no time, Dev brought wood to burn. Dev's face color was blown all over. But before going near friends, he forced himself to please. So when Jagdish saw Dev, he felt that Dev was also happy. Batuk and I are left. Batuk's father is richer than both of their fathers. Only the memory of his mother is troubling him. What about me? Jagdish had these thoughts in his mind. When Batuk's eyes fell on Jagdish, Jagdish turned to another side. Batuk, sad in his grief, did not pay attention to that. Going ahead in the forest, I saw some wild fruits, so I brought them. Just look at this, Rasik. If it is edible, then it will be useful in bad times. Dev said and gave some wild fruits to Rasik. While Rasik's attention went to fruits, Jagdish's attention went to bad times. Seeing his face, Dev immediately realized his mistake. Before Dev could correct his mistake, bad time came to the attention of Rasik. Bad time? How could you say this? You talking like common people, as you forget the teachings of Gurukul. Rasik said angrily. Sorry, brother, I don't know how I said it. I know if we say bad times, we will face bad things only. I take my words back. I was trying to say that I brought these to help difficult times. Dev politely accepted his mistake immediately. Rasik examined Dev carefully. It took some time, but until Rasik was satisfied, he kept his eyes on Dev. It was a difficult time for Dev. One, he didn't want his friends to see his weak side, and second, he wanted to say something important. After some time, Rasik gave him a Bayadon, safe conduct, by saying, "No problem, when difficult times come, even the strongest people often get shaken." Dev had no choice but to accept it. When everything became normal, then Dev gathered everyone again to say his point. We have to take full care that difficult times do not come. Rasik, from today the full responsibility of the kitchen is yours. The Pradhanacharya has given us a ration only for 3 months. You have to think about how you will feed us for the next 5 months. Dev said, giving the responsibility. Dev did not want the attention of his friends to go to the difficulties, and despondency badly engulfed everyone. That's why it was better to make a new lifestyle, because of the circumstances while living on the mound. Of course, Dev, I will fulfill this responsibility by making every possible effort. Rasik agreed immediately. Thank you, friend. Jagdish, you and I will take turns fetching wood and water. Batuk will be our assistant. Along with this, we have to bring whatever tubers, roots and fruits we get from the forests, so that the Rasik does not have to suffer much for the supply. Dev advised others. After getting the approval of Batuk and Jagdish, Dev went to fetch water, because the kalash was small and there was only one. Jagdish said that he would bring it, but Dev did not agree. On his way to the river, Dev cursed himself a lot for his stupidity. What he regretted most was that he had spoken like ordinary people. He was sorry that he had stained the reputation of the Uttarasadaka Gurukul. While returning from the river, Dev was relieved that he had not shown that indecency in front of the people of the world. He did not defame his Gurukul in front of the people of the world. By the time Dev returned, everyone was waiting for him with food. They immediately started eating when Dev joined them. The morsel of the hand used to go towards the mouth, but the eyes were on the barren fields. By midday, everyone had eaten food. After the meal, everyone lay down to rest, but there was no relaxation in their minds. The worry of growing the crop kept forcing them to keep looking at their piece of land. And every time the worry would only increase. Suddenly Jagdish's eyes caught asleep. He started having a dream in his sleep. This time again he was little Jagdish, but now he was near his parents. He was in his house laughing and playing with his parents on their ancestral farm. There was only happiness all around. Suddenly their fields become barren. The parents start crying. Little Jagdish gets angry and starts digging the field with a small tool. Whenever little Jagdish saw the tears of his mother while digging, he became angrier, so he started digging with more force. He broke the stones. After taking out the soil from the pit, showed it to Mother. Mother became happy. When Jagdish woke up, he found his mother's tears of happiness in his eyes. There was also a smile on his lips. For the first time, with a smile on his lips, he accidentally saw his piece of land. It looked like a dream to him. Jagdish was watching it continuously. The dream created a stir in Jagdish's mind. Slowly his face started turning red with anger. He was oblivious to the fact that Dev was looking at him nervously. Jagdish's hands moved toward the tool. He picked up the tool. Jagdish, Dev asked nervously. Jagdish did not answer, he came straight out. Where are you going? Dev stood beside him and said. Jagdish stopped. I am going to make a piece of land a farm, Jagdish said seriously. All three laughed after hearing about the excavation. It is not land, it is stone. Have you seen even a particle of soil on this whole mound? Rasik asked. It is absolutely a stone and Jagdish, stones do not break easily, Batuk explained. I know, yet stones do break. And these stones will also be broken, this is what my faith says. Jagdish said with full confidence. Even if one stone breaks, there will be another stone below it. Dev spoke. Third below the second, said Batuk. And below that, another stone. Don't know how many stones this mound is standing on. Dev said. Friends, why so much despair? Your words are demoralizing me, Jagdish said with helplessness, as it was not expected from friends. Dev Batuk kept silent while speaking. Seeing that, Rasik came forward. He put his hand on Jagdish's shoulder. Our intention is not to scare you, but to make you aware of the reality, Rasik explained. Hearing that, the enthusiasm that emerged in Jagdish cooled down. Seeing Rasik, he kept the tool on the ground, but he had not left the tool yet. Seeing Jagdish being normal, Dev also came to him. What is the point of doing hard work that does not bear fruit? Dev asked. Jagdish through his eyes reluctantly agreed with Dev. His enthusiasm had cooled down. With the same sadness that arose from the cold enthusiasm, he looked at the barren land as if he were saying, Today my friends have saved you. Seeing Jagdish looking at the barren fields, an apprehension arose in Batuk's mind. Is it that instead of being united, you want to walk your path alone? Batuk raised doubts. When the blasphemy came upon the saddened Jagdish, his conscience became sadder. Meanwhile, he felt Rasik take his hand off his shoulder. When he looked at Rasik, the same doubt was visible in Rasik's eyes which was in Batuk's words. When Jagdish saw Dev in astonishment, he lost his mind completely. Dev also found Batuk's words correct. The very next moment, Jagdish was again filled with anger. Not only did his enthusiasm return, but this time his enthusiasm was more than before. He picked up the tool again. My path is one that leads to success, and success does not come without hard work. This is what I have learned from Gurukul. Showing the tools, Jagdish said firmly. But friend. Let him go, Batuk. The reality is that we all have to choose our path. Rasik interrupted Batuk. Well said, Rasik. After all, it is a personal test. This is not a collective exam. Everyone has to take their own exam, and everyone has to grow crops in their respective fields. So everyone has the right to choose their own path. Dev said while probing Batuk's doubt in Jagdish's mind. Hearing so, Jagdish was ready to leave. He felt that his friends were separating him from themselves, considering him a fool. He decided that he would do something. Jagdish firmly went towards the land and stuck the land with the tool. The tool collided with the ground, which was like iron, and produced a hoarse sound. At the same time, Jagdish also became unbalanced. Jagdish pulled himself together and used the tool for the second time. Again he lost his balance. He recovered himself again. That happened every time, and every time Jagdish balanced himself and kept hitting the ground. In between, Jagdish used to look at his friends with excuses. Friends would be seen smiling at him. Their smile turned him on more. After some time, Jagdish sat down tired. The condition of the land was exactly the same as earlier. All three were standing at the door of the cottage. They wanted Jagdish to leave this mindlessness and come inside. Jagdish felt that his friends were telling him, if your ego is satisfied, then come back. Jagdish didn't like being called a fool. But he was doing stupidity. He had not achieved anything by running the tool here and there. On top of that, he had also wasted so much of his energy. Jagdish made his goal to dig a pit. He immediately got engaged. On the increasing expectation of friends, he again struck the tool. Friends become angrier, but they cannot do anything even if they want to. Jagdish started digging at one place and went on digging. Dusk came, and Jagdish returned to the cottage very tired. The food was already prepared. Friends were waiting for Jagdish with angry faces. He silently came and sat down. Rasik gave food to him too. Everyone expected that he would say something, but he didn't speak. Jagdish ate food and went to sleep. All three kept looking at him.